In the winter of 2021, a young woman named Eileen moved into a cheap one-bedroom apartment on the outskirts of Denver. She had just left a difficult relationship and was looking for a fresh start. The building was old, the rent was suspiciously low, but she didn't care. It was hers, quiet, isolated. But within a week, strange things began happening. It started with noises, faint scraping sounds in the walls. She assumed it was rats, or maybe the pipes. The building manager, an older man with twitchy eyes, dismissed her concerns quickly. "Old building," he muttered. "It creaks." But the sounds didn't stop. They became louder at night, more deliberate, sometimes like dragging fingernails, sometimes like breathing. One night, as she was falling asleep, she heard something new, a soft tapping, slow, rhythmic. She sat up in bed and realized it was coming from the air vent above her head. Frozen, she stared at it. The tapping stopped. Then, just as she was about to look away, she heard it, a voice, whispering. She couldn't make out the words, but it was definitely a voice, hoarse, male, and far too close. The next morning, she unscrewed the vent cover. Nothing was there, just darkness and dust. She pushed her phone into the opening and took a few photos with the flash on. One of them showed a face, pale, wide-eyed, pressed against the metal from the inside. Eileen ran straight to the building manager. He told her she was imagining things, that she was probably stressed. "Nobody lives in the vents," he said with a crooked smile. "You're just hearing echoes." She stopped sleeping properly after that. Every night, the sounds returned, tapping, whispering, and what she swore was crawling. She stopped using the bedroom. She slept on the couch with all the lights on. Then one night, her phone rang, and no number. When she answered, there was silence, except for that same soft breathing she heard through the vents. She hung up and screamed. The police came the next day. They searched the vents. What they found made headlines for a week. A man had been living in the ventilation system of the building for nearly 6 months. He was a former tenant who had never left. The landlord had evicted him, but he refused to go. Instead, he disappeared into the building's guts, using old maintenance, tunnels, and vents to move around silently. He had been watching Eileen the entire time. The worst part, inside his small nest of blankets and trash, police found a list of names. Alina's name was the last. Next to it was a date, tomorrow.